Hello, I'm Regina McCann-Hess, president of Forge Wealth Management, and welcome to our Women in Wealth series. Today, I have a new friend with me, and Megan, can you tell us who you are, what you do, and what you love about what you do?
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me here today, Regina. Well, my name's Megan McShane. I am one of the co-owners of a company called Your Best Life Now, which is a high-level networking group for business owners and entrepreneurs around the world. And what that includes is we do 3 or 4 bucket list trips a year. Our 4 core values are faith, family, fitness, and finance. So each trip has a different theme where we bring in a top expert in that area and they give some content in the morning. Then we do some incredible excursions and have, 5-star dining experiences. Our clients, like I said, are a diverse group of entrepreneurs and business owners. So we have anything from doctors and dentists to real estate investors to tech, to artists. So it's a beautiful group of people who really just want to grow every area of their life and also contribute in some way as well. And part of our trips, we also take a day to give back to the communities that we go and travel to leave them better than they were when we got there. Included in that too, our clients get some business strategizing, some personal relationship, spiritual health strategists we have that work in our company. And these are people who really walk their talk, who, have 6, 7, 8-figure businesses themselves. So it's a really collective group of individuals who really just want to make the world better and contribute to others as well.
That's fabulous. And I know as an entrepreneur myself, easier said than done, right? It's actually lonely, right?
Yeah.
Being the
Well,
business owner, it's lonely. So those groups are great.
And that's my background is in personal development as well. I started my career in sales and marketing, and then I worked for Tony Robbins for 13 years and traveled the world and curated events for him. And my role there was managing a group of entrepreneurs and business owners who traveled together. And what I noticed in my experience is it is lonely. A lot of business owners are successful maybe financially in their businesses, or they're, the biggest fish in their, pond. But they're seeking fulfillment. They're successful, but they are seeking fulfillment. And that's really what our group is about, is helping people find that balance in those 4 core areas of their life, and also being around like-minded people that really push them to grow, so you're not staying comfortable.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And as being part of that type of a group, you're always also looking to grow, and whether or not it's personal or professional, you just have that in your spirit. So having that kind of guidance that you're offering, I'm sure, is very valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone, in my opinion, needs a mentor or a coach or someone that's going to continue guiding them or pushing them to a place that they want to be more of. And that's really what this group is about. Like I said, our team of strategists are the best of the best. We curate, in my opinion, the best events in the world, and the members. They're just heart-centered people. They're not a bunch of rich, significant individuals. It's not like that at all. They're really just really, really big-hearted, kind people who really just want to give back and help others.
Yeah, it's amazing. And why did you choose this path? What led you to this path? I mean, obviously your background and some of your experience probably did, but tell us how you chose this.
Well, from a young age, I just always remember, my dad, when we were kids, he was a college hockey coach, and he would play the Tony Robbins tapes and all the motivational things like in the car when we were little. And so I kind of always was drawn to it. And I was always drawn to wanting to help people. And so when I started my career, like I said, it was in sales and marketing, but I always did a lot of personal development stuff on the side for my own well-being. And then I, got really involved in yoga and developed a deeper, spiritual practice. And then I went to a Tony Robbins event, and I was like, wow, I was feeling, again, unfulfilled. I was successful in my career, but I was not fulfilled. I didn't feel like I was contributing to the welfare of humanity. So when I went to one of those events, I was like, how can I combine my experience and be a part of this mission? And, it took a lot of hard work and trying to contact the right people in that organization. And I started off in sales there, selling the live events. Then I traveled to the events and sold, larger packages at the events. And then I became a part of his executive team and was the director of client services for a while, and then was the manager of his platinum partnership program for the last 8 years that I was there. So, that led me to the pandemic where I kind of had an awakening where I was, go, 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 which a lot of entrepreneurs are for so long. And then I hit burnout. I was doing 18 events a year. And at the time, my youngest son, he was only one. And I said,
Oh,
I got to take a step back and really focus on my family and just slow down, and be more present. So then I left the Tony world and then I started my own yoga studio and focused on that and being a mom. And then within a few months, one of my former clients reached out to me and said, hey, listen, it's the pandemic, no one's traveling anymore. We miss human connection and we want to create this startup, Your Best Life Now. And I want you to be a part of it. And I thought at first I was like, oh gosh, I can't travel like that anymore. I just got out of it. And, bless his heart, he was like, no, you can create it and make it what you want. And so that was the beauty of it, where we designed, 3 or 4 trips a year, which was, we found the sweet spot and manageable for people who have families, who run their businesses. I'm grateful for that because it really got me to tap more into my creative side and my experience and to create something where there was a need, as this group is different than other, peer groups I've been a part of.
no, I can imagine. And it's great that you can, kind of point it in the direction that is going to work for you as well. So that's
Yeah. Yeah.
and so much happier on your side of things, but you're still helping people.
Exactly. Yep. It's a beautiful balance now. Like I said, we travel 4 times a year and then I work from home. So can be present for my family and my kids. And, so it's great, but I'm blessed that I was able to design that. But I really believe that we can all design what we want to. So.
It's fabulous. That's amazing. And then so the entrepreneurs that you're bringing into your program, like are they newer entrepreneurs or have been at it for a couple years or 10 plus years? Like do you have a sweet spot that you feel that
Yeah.
you're attracting?
So it is a diverse group, but I will say it's not kind of an entry level like, oh, I have an idea, I want to start a business. Most of our clients, they've been in business at least a few years, and then some have owned their businesses, for 30 plus years. So we do have another program we're in the process of developing, which is more of an entry level online digital program. It's a 10-week program that gets people from, who are just starting out in business, and teaching them kind of, how to develop a business plan and put some systems and processes and SOPs in place so that they can be successful.
Oh, it sounds great. Really good. And you're basically doing this because you're trying to meet the demand that's out there for
Hmm.
people.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw a need in my experience that, business owners and entrepreneurs, they need a peer group. And especially it's great that our clients are from around the world, because most people in their own home environments or in their towns, like I said, they're kind of, the big fish, and they're like, looking for people that they can, catch and pitch with. So
Mhm.
that's the beauty of this. And the beauty of there's a purpose to getting them to go on the trips to kind of to disconnect and get away from that every day, being in your business and being the operator and moving into more ownership where your business is working, without you even being there.
Yeah, absolutely. So if people wanted to learn a little bit more about these programs that you offer, where would they go to find out
Sure,
information
they
out?
can visit our website, which is YBL Now, that's spelled out NOW.com, or follow us on Instagram. It's at yourbestlife.now. And I invite you and any of your listeners every Thursday. We have what we call a speaker spotlight. It's from 10:30 to 11:30 Eastern, where we bring in top experts from different fields, and they do a 1 hour Zoom call with us. And it's a great way where the community comes together, and also the content's really brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. So you have had sounds like a brilliant career, but I'm going to ask you maybe to talk about some of the challenges that you have faced as a
Yeah.
professional woman.
Yeah. Um, well, I think I've always worked in environments where it's mostly men. So, that in itself, I learned so much. For a long time, I was always trying to be more masculine, to fit in. And I would say just in the last few years is when I was like, our true strength is actually in our femininity. And that's where the power comes from. So, I'm blessed. I have my other two business partners are both male, so it's we balance each other out really well. And I think it's about respect too. We respect where each other are coming from. We have different ideas that we bring to the table, but our view and our goal um, is really the same. So I would say, sometimes the challenges early on were, especially starting out as a woman, in my career and in management and things like that. That was a little challenging. But I also think too, another challenging part was probably, any company, when something ends, um, you know, it's hard because, when you're with organizations for a long time, and this happened a few times when I have moved careers, but you gain friendships and relationships, and those end, sometimes when you move on to something else. And that for me sometimes was a little bit challenging just because, it's bittersweet. And some people are happy for you and some people aren't happy for you. So, you really learn. I've learned that my circle has gotten smaller. It's more about, the people I choose to be around are like-minded business owners who are looking to grow and kind of, being a little more selective of who I spend my time with too, in business and things like that. So I think relationships had been, that can be a struggle, and then also being a woman in a man's world too.
Very true. And I like how you said, you're kind of leaning into the femininity, because that does it is part of us and it makes us stand out, but it also is a piece that we shouldn't try to hide.
Yeah, and I think, society has kind of, you know, oh gosh, women now it's like we need to run companies, run our families, our marriages. It's like be leaders in the community, and it's exhausting.
It is. It
Right.
is. There's no energy left at the end of the day
There's
for us.
nothing. There is nothing. And
No.
that's why we do really need each other. And it's like, whether you're part of a peer and networking group or, have a great group of ladies that you can, confide in and just, we all need each other. It's not a competition. And I think, I'm learning more. It's, the more vulnerable we all are with each other, it's like the more real. And I think that people are looking for, you know, realness versus, sugarcoating it and making it look like, we can do it all. Because
Hmm.
it's really hard. It's really
Yeah,
hard.
for sure, for sure. Well, let's go into the time machine and talk about your vision of retirement.
Oh man, I know. Gosh, that's like I haven't even, I mean, I've thought of it, but the time machine, I would say, my vision of retirement, I'm really blessed and grateful for the life that I have right now, and the family that I have. I'm so blessed. We get to travel the world. Our kids are happy and healthy, and our family's in a great place, and our businesses are. So I guess I can't see myself ever stopping doing things because, I think I would probably get a little antsy. But I really see spending more time with our kids, and at that time, probably grandkids. And then also, giving back a lot more. I think the goal of any business owner and entrepreneur is the highest level of success is really becoming a philanthropist. And
Absolutely.
so, that is where I'd like to be in my retirement.
That's a great goal. That is a beautiful goal. Love it.
Hopefully
Love it. Well,
before retirement, but we'll see.
yeah, we can do incremental, building up to there.
Exactly.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining me. It was absolute pleasure to speak to you and learn a little bit more about you.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. This has been so fun. I appreciate it.
Awesome, awesome. And I will, I would say the call to action today is go check out Megan's website and see, all the different programs, especially if you're an entrepreneur, and see if there's anything that, speaks out to you, and that's could help everybody. Again, I'm Regina McCann Hess, president of Forge Wealth Management. Our website is forgewealth.com, and you can follow me on Facebook at Forge Wealth, Instagram at Forge Wealth Management, and LinkedIn, Regina McCann Hess. Have a great day.